Gentlemen, what is up? Gonna do this quick question while I drive home here. Jalun, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right. Anyway, basically asking me, he likes my dating videos, and he goes, you know, they're on point, you get a lot of good tips. He goes, have you found that dating women is easier before becoming an entrepreneur or after? Let's deal with that. I think dating women is always easier when you're successful. It's, you know, it's a signal that women typically look for when they're dating guys. They want to know that they're not dating a loser. It's just a fact of life, you know. I did this video on the M3. I'll put a card up in case you haven't seen it. But the title was basically, you know, do nice cars get you women? And my response to it was essentially, nice cars really don't get you women. They'll get you dudes. You can get women being a good-looking guy that's got a reasonable car. I mean, as long as you're not driving a total piece of shit, you're pretty much covered. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. But your question specifically was, is it like, how does dating change with success, like when you become a successful entrepreneur? And it does change. Of course it changes. You know, women want to know that they're with a guy that's got their shit together. They don't like having to take care of guys. They don't like having to deal with guys that are living at home, or they don't have a car, or they don't have a reasonable job that lets them, you know, take their girl out for a date. Just a fact of life, guys. Don't go out calling them gold diggers and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. That's what it is. Like, the quality of women that you can date when you've got your shit together. So you're asking me, you know, is it easier to date when you're a successful entrepreneur? Yes, hell yes. It's way easier to meet high quality women that you're going to want to spend time with. How do things change? Well, like I mentioned, everything's about status signaling and signaling, you know, what you're all about in life. And when you have your act together and you have a business that makes money and you employ people, that's attractive to women. Women. I've never dated anybody when I've been successful that has said, I hate the fact that you're an entrepreneur. Now, some guys will work retarded hours. You know, they'll make their life their business, and that can get in the way. But that can also get in the way if you're somebody like, you know, a professional, like lawyers and doctors, for example, work ridiculous hours when they first get started. You know, to get to the point where they either have a partnership at a law firm, or, you know, they're a higher level surgeon or something like that, then maybe they can peel back a little bit, but even still, they're still working ridiculous hours. Entrepreneurs are the only people, and I've said this before in other videos, are the only people that have the flexibility, or should have, if they're doing it right. If you're not doing it right, you're fucking up on this one. That should have the flexibility of time and money, meaning you should be able to, you know, unilaterally make a decision anytime and say, I'm going to go to this event, I'm going to go to this thing, and money should not be a problem for you. If you don't have the freedom of time and money as an entrepreneur, you're doing it wrong, or you're in the startup phase, which shouldn't last more than a few years, 2, 3, maybe 5 years tops, if you're in an industry that might take longer to get the business off the ground. So there's a huge benefit to being a successful entrepreneur, being able, you know, beyond being able to buy the toys and cars and take the trips and vacations and make decisions in your business that you want. Yes, you have a much bigger dating pool, and the dating pool that you have access to is considerably larger and better. You have access to women that have their shit together. You're not dealing with somebody that's, you know, a little thick in the head, if you know what I'm saying. Like, there's some women out there that just haven't fucking got a clue what's going on in their life. And, you know, let me touch on this one for a sec. Like, you'll actually hear these women that say that they're an entrepreneur, you know, kind of like maybe even on their like dating profile or whatever. But the reality of it is that they're, you know, like a hairdresser, or they have some dog walking business where they walk like 6 dogs or something like that, or an in-home daycare center. That to me is not a real business. A real entrepreneur is somebody that employs people to solve problems. If you're not employing people to solve problems, you're really not in that scheme of work. You're a self-employed person, and it's really not the best scenario, especially if you're a guy and you're talking about attracting women. Is this dude gonna let me in? Yeah. But yeah, like, it is what it is. So I hope that answers your question. Yes, it's considerably easier to date when you're successful. Is it hard to date when you're not successful, maybe when you're employed or before before success finds you. I'm not going to say it's harder. If you've got your shit together, you're fit, and you're attractive, and you take care of yourself, yeah, you can still date quality women. It's just you. It's just your pool. It's just your dating pool. If I'm being honest, it just gets a lot bigger when you've got your shit together. It's just a fact of life, guys. I know that some guys are going to hate on me in this one and maybe leave a comment below like, you got your shit together or whatever. But it's just a fact of life, man. If you got your act together, you've got access to a larger and better dating pool. Anyway, that's the end of the video. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Of course, browse the channel. There's lots of other great videos and tips on the channel. And we'll talk to you guys later. Peace!